Okay guys, what's happening? Still in the great city of Cartagena, Colombia. As you can see, they love to use that horn over here. On this corner at least. So yeah, I wanted to reach out and talk to you guys. As you can see, hey, they call this a third world country, and it is third world in some areas, but here in the metropolitan areas, as you can see, you got a lot of buildings, skyscrapers, society. Hey, this is a grocery store right here. You got the FedEx right down there. You can see the FedEx. Let me walk over here. You got a FedEx, right? Restaurants, all the stuff that would be in a major city, right? Internet cafes, you name it. Restaurants, hotels, buses, tour buses. Cartagena is mainly the main place where people, I think probably 60, 70%, maybe 80% of the economy here is tourism. All right. And as we all know, hey, the language spoken here is Spanish. All right. They got a little promotional every now and then. They'll get a little promotional thing. They got a band doing their thing. Bring some attraction to this supermarket. It's a supermarket, mega tiendas. That means mega, which is big or great or a huge number. Gigantic. Stores. All right. So anyway, I've been to a lot of countries. And for me, the reason that I chose, there's several reasons I chose to make most of my travels. When I travel, I just come here. Some guys like Brazil, some guys like Asian countries, Thailand or Vietnam, etc. Right? Laos, whatever. I like Colombia, right? I'm gonna branch out. Number one is because I had a background in the language, so I could come down here and I could operate. And my Spanish has gotten better, right? Spanish has gotten better. Then another one is I'm a mixed race guy, right? And you got a variety of, like you see, hey, here's a guy you could say that guy could walk in America, right, through some of the hoods. They think he's one of their own, he's a black man. Right? But there's a lot of mixed race people down here, mixed with Portuguese, Spaniard. As we know, Spanish people conquered Colombia from Spain. White Spaniards. A lot of the Inquisition, the conquistadors were down here. Mexico too. They had slavery down here, so you got a lot of black people down here and mixed race people. Other people, I'm going to show you in some of these cities. You got everybody down here, right? The majority of them are Hispanic people or black Hispanics. Here's a fact for you. There's more people of African descent here in Colombia and Brazil than there are in the United States. See, this is the thing in America. They'll never teach you this stuff. They don't want you to know that. Brazil, for example, hey, Brazil was the major in the islands, the Caribbean islands. That's where they brought the slaves. They didn't. Very rarely did they go straight to America, straight to the United States, right? The African slaves were brought down here, and then, or in the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, places like that. Where else? The Bahamas, right? There's black people down there. Jamaica, Cuba, right? And then they were brought to the United States. All right? That's, you know, that's fact, right? See, they don't want you to know your history, that you got another home, right? You can come down here, learn the language, fit in, you're good, right? You're loved, right? I mean, that's one of the reasons I came down here, right? The black man is loved just like any other man down here is loved, right? You are I mean, hey, like I said in my other videos, manhood and men in general, intrinsically, right? We're brought up to be hated by the women, right? And there's a hatred for us that's put into our own hearts, right? If you, I mean, how many of these guys are raising homes and the mother made a bad choice, right? She made a bad choice. She chose the wrong guy to be with. Hey, look at these guys picking up some money from the ATM, I guess. Guy's got a shotgun. Anyway, how many of these guys, you know, the mother made a bad decision. She chose the wrong guy. She hates him. And then she raises the kids and she tells the kids, hey, your dad's no good. Right? He's no good. Raise the kids to hate the father. And guess what? If you hate your father, this guy, like I said, hey, they love hitting that horn here. You know, you hate your father. Well, what other man's gonna tell you anything? Nobody, no man can tell you. Not a teacher, not a male teacher, not a police officer. Nobody's gonna tell you. No man's gonna tell you. You see this attitude from women, especially the women, and the men. No man can, you know, it's a hatred. And it serves their purpose. It serves corporate America, right? To neuter, to emasculate men, right? To emasculate them. This guy's on his phone or something. Gotta get that cab moving. You got a lot of people look at the tour bus. You got a lot of people going on tours, going to the beaches and various sites. So you see a lot of these buses, right? And not only foreigners, but people from here. They do a lot of tours. You see a lot of high school kids running around doing what they do. You know, taking little beach tours and stuff like that. It's popping down here. Tourism is popping down here in Cartagena. So anyway, so that's what you don't feel. That's another reason I came down here, because you don't feel. I mean, it's like a palpable hatred for men. Anything we do is brought up under the microscope, right? Anything. I don't care. You know, it's just, I mean, if you, like down here, if I said hello to a woman, right? Or, I'll give a good example. There was this little kid. He couldn't have been more than 2 years old, 2 years old, and he was running around in a ice cream shop. And his mom probably turned, I mean, it can happen. The kid should turn her head and he's gone. Right? So I was with my Venezuelan friend, a friend from Venezuela, and we picked him up, you know, and put him on a seat and just sat him there, and we're talking to him, and his mom came and found him, and she didn't look at us like we were child abusers or we're gonna do something bad to her son. She smiled and, you know, hey, we found your son. He's just been sitting here with us. No big deal. In America, they'd give you the side eye. Be giving you the side eye, right? And you know, and another thing is that everything is about family. Everybody has family. Everybody knows everybody else. So it's not like you're gonna get away with something like that anyway. But you're not you're not automatically assumed to be some kind of sex pervert, a sexual offender. Like, you're automatically considered a sex offender in America. You know, if you look the wrong way at anybody, right, you can just see it, you can feel it, right? So I mean, for me, and I advise you guys, hey, I mean, I just step away from any kind of personal contact with people and their families and their kids. I hate to feel that way. I hate to be that way, but I have to protect myself. So, you know, if I saw a little kid wandering by himself, here I could do it. I could go up to him and say, hey, where's your mom? What's going on? Right? Hey, come stand here. Right? What are you doing? But in America, no. I'd be considered some kind of sex offender, and everybody be giving me the side eye. From that day forward, you know, I know a situation like that, right? Little kid was wandering, and his neighbor just was asking him questions, and the mother came out the house and, what are you doing? And don't you speak to my son? And yada yada. Hey, I live right there. You see me every day. What are you talking about? You know, okay, I won't. Nope. And after that, hey, he doesn't. And then the woman was like spreading. Well, what do you want to say? She was spreading. You know, hey, be careful about that guy, right? Messing with his reputation. So, I mean, hey, and from that day forward, you know, I can count all kinds of situations like that back in the States. It used to not be like that. This is something, I don't know. This is something, not to say that there's not people like that, but the thing is that you're automatically assumed, hey, this is, you know, no. You know, men are toxic, men are sexy, it just is what it is. So, I don't know. You guys, hey, you guys can do what you want, but I shy away from any kind of relationship in the United States. Here it's different, right? Here it's different, so. But, yeah, those are, I mean, and this is a big thing, because that kind of thing can ruin your reputation, right? We got the internet, and they'll spread that kind of stuff. You know, I remember one time I said something that was considered controversial, right? And I live in the Midwest, and some chick from California, right? I'll never forget this. Some chick from California, she sent me a DM and said, hey, I don't, you know, your views are toxic, and you're a bad person, etc., and I'm gonna go through all your contacts and let them know what you posted and who you are. And I sent her a message back, hey, go right ahead, I'm self-employed, you're not gonna do anything to me, and it's not gonna hurt my feelings one bit if somebody unfriends me. You know, I direct messaged her. Then she sent me a you know, we had a little back and forth. This was back in the day when I used to argue with these people. I don't do that anymore. I learned, I think and I'm gonna talk about that, you know, in another video. Don't talk with them. I'm gonna make a video. Do not talk to them. Do not interact with them. All right. I talk with that briefly. I talk about that briefly in one of my videos, but I'm gonna devote a whole video. I'm gonna devote a whole video to this kind of thing, because it's very important not to even just go no contact with these people once they identify themselves. You know, don't give the benefit of the doubt for anybody in the United States. It's just how it is. You know, and I don't say this out of malice. I'm just saying it because this is how it is, right? Like, I was talking to my friend the other day about some of the YouTube rules, and he was saying, oh, well, that's not fair. I said, yeah, but that's their platform. They can run it however they want to run it. And for, you know, they have reasons for it. They can run it however they're going to run it. Either you're going to know the game, know the rules, play the game, and benefit. And if you don't like the system, don't play. Right? It's the same thing with that. If you don't like the system and you don't like what's going on, if I don't like it, then I don't have to play it. I don't have to. I'm self-employed in the United States, right? I don't work with any women, right? So I don't have to worry about censoring myself and being walking on tiptoes at work and all that kind of stuff, right? I don't have to worry about that, right? That's my job is very solitary, and that's why I suggest for some of you guys, become self-employed, right? And put yourself in situations to win, right? Don't put yourself, if your company has an HR department, you don't need to work at that company, right? There's no HR, you see, because HR is all about getting you in line. I know situations where a guy, like most of these guys, I know several people working in corporate America, and they don't have any social media. You know why? And they're scared to get social media. You know why? Because it's a real possibility that they post something, and the people in their human resources are watching what they're posting. Trust me. There's no better example in the military. If you're in the military, hey, don't have any social media, because anything you post, trust me, your superiors are watching. They're watching, and they're looking to. I mean, and the military is nothing but a bunch of who likes who shot who, and et cetera, right? I want to work and get paid for my results, not because somebody likes me. All right? And we're gonna I'm gonna do a video. There's so many videos and there's so much to talk about. I've already been yapping for almost 18 minutes. All right? But the reason why we need to make videos like this, okay? It's not, women and ladies, we're not talking to you. This is not for you, right? We're gonna constantly get these comments. And, okay, why don't you guys just go somewhere and be quiet? No, because we need to teach these young boys, these young men, and anybody who's not up on this. Hey, if you're not up on, hey, the information is out here. Don't say that you haven't been told. Okay? You can never ever say that you haven't been told. We told you, we warned you, and you didn't listen. All right? It's just like communism. People warn other people. The Venezuelans, the Cubans, warn the Venezuelans about communism and socialism, and the Venezuelans did not listen. Look at these two beautiful girls coming out here. I'm telling you, there are some beautiful, chocolatey women of African descent down here in Colombia. All right, with their own hair. Right? Those are not wigs on their head. Okay. All right, and they're not involved in thought culture. I bet you if you walk up to them and ask them, I mean, they wouldn't tell you, but you ask them about their body count. You know, the body count is very low because the Colombian daddies, and they don't play that. Their daughter running around, you know, being the neighborhood whore. Don't know. Ain't happening. You got a daddy at home, he don't play that shit. He don't play that. All right? The father controls the sexuality of the daughter down here. And he's not gonna let her run around here doing what she do. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Okay, that's another reason why you have a better idea, a better chance of meeting your wife down here. All right, because who wants a chick that's been ran through? You know, look, some of these chicks, hey, they they go to college, hey, they done hit 100 bodies before they were 16, 17. Started screwing around at 12 years old. All right, see, here's, yeah, I don't know, they look like they're foreigners. They look like they're, who knows? Anyway, so, like I said, bottom line, hey, don't be angry. Don't be angry at these women, all right? Understand them, understand what they do, and act accordingly, all right? Understand the game. All right, the game's not fair and it's very harsh, but if you understand the rules, you can win. You can win, and there's for the most part you shouldn't play. They're just games you shouldn't be playing. All right, so you guys have a good day, and I'm out.